another episode of PSM Sensei. Today, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. Is the COVID pandemic reducing carbon dioxide emissions?
Here we have two papers citing the same study. In one paper, they said there's a 17% decline in global carbon emissions due to COVID-19 lockdown. In this another paper, they are saying that the coronavirus pandemic has caused carbon emissions to drop, but that likely won't last. To see the scale of the impact, look no further than to global carbon emissions, which are projected to be 7% less in 2020 than in 2019. So why are two papers citing the same study with two different values? This is a Choropleth map made by the Global Carbon Project team, depicting the global carbon emissions from 1st January 2020 to 20th May 2020. As you can see, there's a major dip in emissions to almost 17%, which was around mid-April, and that has returned to 6% by 20th May. The extreme fall in carbon dioxide emissions from COVID-19 confinements came at a high cost. It's what we do now that matters. Let's look at this abstract of this study that they cite in both the newspapers and also the Choropleth map. Now, in this study, the daily global carbon dioxide emissions decreased by minus 17%, with a range of minus 11 to minus 25% for plus or minus 1 sigma by early April 2020 compared with the mean 2019 levels. The impact on 2020 annual emissions depends on the duration of the confinement, with a low estimate of minus 4% if pre-pandemic conditions return by mid-June and a high estimate of minus 7% if some restrictions remain worldwide until the end of 2020. So obviously you can see in this that in one paper they have taken minus 17% based on the estimates in April 2020, not looking into the factors that all the countries are going to come back with some restrictions removed. So minus 7% would give you a better estimate, provided they are there till the end of 2020. While this 7% is dramatic, this change has historic precedents. For instance, carbon emissions dropped by 15% during the Spanish flu, while almost 26% drop was witnessed during the Great Depression. After factories slowed production of fighter planes and bombs following World War II, emissions dropped by 17%. But notice that brief dips have had little lasting effect on climate change, as only systemic shifts have long-term impact.
There's a lesson to be learned from this. If there is a crisis, it's highly unlikely to reduce global carbon emissions. Even if we were to maintain the current global emissions of 7%, we still need to reduce global carbon emissions by 50% by 2030 in order to stop the global rise in temperature by 1.5 degrees Celsius, which scientists believe that is necessary to reduce the worst impacts of climate change. For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.